Hello again, YouTube. This is Nasty Nate 888 here. Another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be bringing you a real special one. We've got a game as the Zushi Legacy, which is a civilization I don't often play. I've been going random lately, as I've been talking about in some of my previous videos. Is I just always roll random, just because I felt it was kind of like a funny little thing to do since you're playing a free for all. You're playing on a random map. Why not have a random civ, in there just to make it all random, make it a little bit wild, add some spice into the game. So here we are again. Today I have a really interesting one for you because we have some very high level players in this lobby, which this is probably one of the first times I've actually checked. I was just, for some reason I think I was looking at a previous game and I alt tabbed before the game started and I checked and for some reason usually when I do that, if the game had just started, it doesn't show the rankings of the players. But in this case it did, and I saw a couple of players were like, oh, into the 1400s rating. I believe Ozzy Mandias, the orange player here, he is ranked in the rank 60s, maybe rank 62 on the free for all ladder, playing as the Abbasid. And then Wishing Star is in like rank 29 or something on the ladder. They're both really high level players, which I did actually happen to find out about right before this game started. So I saw that orange and green were going to be very challenging opponents. So I tried to play my game accordingly. So I will admit I'm also playing a civ that I'm not used to playing. So it's gonna be a tough game for me, I would think. Uh, these players are real good. So anyways, let's take a look at everyone on the map, see how the map is lined up. So we got ourselves up here on the top north side of the map. We've got some deer spawn we went for. Probably one of the first times I've actually successfully placed my town center in the right spot, so that as Chinese or Zusi, you really want to make sure that you're able to supervise one of your production buildings. You can't supervise the town center, so you want to make sure you build your TC a little bit off of where the resources are. Like you see, I didn't build it close right on the lumber. I didn't build it right on the deer. Built a little off everything, that I can always supervise those buildings. What you want to do. And let's see what else is going on this map. So we see everyone's kind of, it almost looks like a standard map spawn in the way that people chose their TC locations. It's kind of unusual to see this, where most players are pretty spread out across the map here. Got a couple Abbasid players, really good. We got three Japanese players, and then we got a Rus and a Order of the Dragon. I get pretty decent deer spawns. Looks like I got a few deer here. Let's check out. We'll keep an eye on these better players in the lobby. These two other really high level players, because these players are they're much higher ranked than I am. By the way, if you're wondering what my own rank is, it's only like I'm like rank I don't know, I've been gone a month, so I've deranked from like rank 400 or 500 to like maybe 900 or something, but my rating is like 1200. It's like, I'm a platinum league player probably in this game. I'm not like the best, especially playing random civs. It's really hard for me to do super well. I'm sure if I just played Abbasid every game, I could probably win a lot more. But I'm not here to win, man. I'm here to have fun, right? I'm here to learn some things. I'm coming back into AoE 4 as of a few months ago, and they launched this free-for-all mode, and just having a blast with it. I think it's the most fun mode. A lot of players, especially in an RTS game, like competitive RTS game, they're gonna say, oh, 1v1 is the way to play the game, the best way, the most competitive, the most challenging way to play. And before playing this mode, I think I would have agreed with that. Playing StarCraft 2, I always was a 1v1 player. But I don't know, there's just something more fun about free-for-all, wild, random aspect to me in this game than 1v1 has ever been a draw. I guess, I don't know why that is. The game's obviously a lot longer in free-for-all. I think I'd never really liked the team game as much mode in this, because the games take so long. You're just putting your units through a choke point in the wall. At least it seems like they have more interesting team games now with the nomad spawns. But back when I used to play, when this game first came out, team games were pretty much a huge suffering experience, because you just have like usually one choke point to go through or something on a lot of maps, you know, and 1 or 2 choke points, or maybe 3, but they were real small, and you'd always have just the siege battle, you know, unending siege battle in the middle of the map. But 1v1's always been a lot more fast-paced, but I think free-for-all is also more fast-paced because they added the Monarch mode, mainly with the, you know, the advantage to being aggressive in this game. So meanwhile, we see everyone's kind of playing standard. I think you probably should play. Get up to age 3 at least before you fight. Blue isn't there yet, but everyone, blue and pink aren't quite there yet. But the rest of the players seem to be in age 3 now. And you know, like I was saying, I haven't played a lot of Jushi. I've always found them pretty weak early on. Like they take a while to get rolling. But if you're left alone, if you can get going, I feel like you could get a pretty big advantage. I think I definitely made a few mistakes in my build order this game. I think I should have just done these, finished up all my granaries, and then switch dynasties, because you don't really need this Song Dynasty. I think I stayed in this Song Dynasty far too long building units. I probably should have just, you know, swapped out in the D1 Dynasty right away when I started pumping out these units. But you know, I wanted to mess around. I didn't think, you know, after seeing the rank of the players in this game, I didn't feel like I had much of a shot to win. And I wanted to practice UC, and I wanted to play some units I don't normally play with. These Yuganus are I usually go for like Palace Guards or something. I feel like most matchups, you know, sometimes you'll go Cavalry or whatever, but I wanted to try something a little different here, so I went masked Zuganus, and I decided to push the purple player. I knew he'd probably have like relics or something, I figured, as a Order of the Dragon. He actually, oh, they're up here. No, oh, man, I don't think I ever got these relics in this game. I'd never scouted that area up there. Couldn't find his regnets. As you can see, you know, he hasn't even started building an army yet. He has a keep here, which is great, but I'm building some battering rams. I'm one of the first players to be getting aggressive in this game, it looks like. Kind of sitting back. Strangely, we're already at 19 minutes, and you know, this is very unusual, right? For free-for-all, usually somebody's getting pushed out pretty early on, or someone just leaves at the beginning of the match. This is kind of a very unusual game right here, so... As you can see, we're kind of overrunning our opponent. He's not really like that much. He tried to build his production right where I was attacking him. I was basically able to just clean everything up as it spawned. You have to be careful though, because I guess he did have some units in the town center there, which kind of tricked me. I thought his army was all gone, but he did have them. Those weren't villagers in there. They were the gilded men-at-arms, so they did wipe some of my rams there. But as you can see, we're just kind of got a little bit too much for him, right? We are losing some of our rams, unfortunately. But we are, I think, in a much better spot than our opponent. This game, I had a pretty good a meditation garden location, I feel like, this game. We found this little spot in the corner where we got, you know, 36 wood, max gold and stone, and then pretty good wood. So we got a really good spot there with the meditation gardens. We were able to funnel in a lot of extra resources there. And I wanted to try something this game, not just this, he's a Zuganu, but part of the reason I built all those archer ranges for the Zuganu was I want to go into Grenadier. I've never really played much with Grenadier in Age of Empires, and I want to try that out. So we did wipe our opponent. I believe we got his king. So we're looking pretty strong now. No one else has been eliminated yet. Now I want to kind of, you know, I already have it. What's crazy is, you know, typically after doing this kind of attack, I would have to sit back and you know, eco up or whatever, but I've already got 125 villagers after this fight, you know, so I'm sitting pretty. I just probably need to transition into castle, Imperial, which I actually already have done, which is wild to me as I can. You guys should play Zusi Legacy, man. They're really powerful in free-for-all. I think the only main downside is early game. If you get attacked early, you're kind of in a tight spot, right? But if you make it through that early game and just macro up without any pressure on yourself, you know, damn, you can just get strong here. So, I mean, this isn't the strongest army, a bunch of Yuganu, right? But I'm starting to add in Grenadiers, which is really nice. And I think I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna max out pretty soon. So why not just keep attacking, right? We're gonna be Imperial, we're maxed. I think I did forget my elite upgrade on the Zuganu, I think, for a while. Or one of the other mistakes I made this game, I didn't. I skipped that. But we see now finally other players are starting to push out into the map. We see pink attacking blue. Neither green or strangely enough, neither green or orange really done anything yet. Kind of surprised to see that. I figured they'd be fighting each other quite a bit here, but I wonder what happened. This guy has a lot of farms. Wow, he's really going outside with the Japanese. These are Abbasid players. Down to farming. Oh, he has built a huge army. Maybe he's already fought and I just didn't know. But I'm pushing into Teal's base now. Trying to take out Teal here. Did find this nice little juicy economy here before I go into his base, which is always nice to do. What on earth is Orange doing, I wonder? I wonder if he's lost a bunch of army. We'll probably go into the score screen later and check out what happened. There's a lot of production there, but I just don't see any army units for some. Why doesn't he have any protection? I guess he's starting to add it in. I guess he's been fighting with green. Maybe these are the two really good players. They probably know each other. I'm guessing since they're both top 100 players on the free-for-all ladder, they're probably trying to take each other out. Yeah, so that was a huge advantage for me. I don't think I could beat these players if they weren't so focused on each other. You know what I do in this, beat them, but I would have been eliminated much sooner, right? Like if either of these players focused on me, I probably would have just been destroyed, right? Like I can pretend like I'm that good, right? But free-for-all, you get that random element, so sometimes you can do really well. So we push him through Teal's base. We shut most of his stuff down. We do have the lead Juvenes now, and he does have a lot of production here, though. Seems to have lost a lot. The green, green and orange are still going at each other, so that's really good news for me. I was really worried that they were gonna pick up a lot of kills early, but we're so focused on each other that we're able to do pretty well for ourselves. So it's like we did get cleaned up here, but I think Teal he's not a good spot, right? Like I've cleaned up his outer resources. He doesn't have much in the back of his. He's in a tight spot. Let's have a look at 92 supply, almost no military. Meanwhile, I'm remaxing. I got it. My military's not huge, but my economy is just so much better than his that matter at this point. I got a whole army of Grenadiers now. Trying to pump out, man. And I'm telling you guys, if you ever play Jushi, you gotta try the Grenadier, man. Look at how this unit just destroys these buildings here. It's such a great game. I mean, obviously, if you know, getting hit by mangonels or something, it's gonna be not great, right? Like that's a bad trade for you. But if you can get rid of their mangoes, maybe run like Grenadier. I think later in this game maybe we'll see it. I realized that if I just have like a bunch of Springolds and Grenadiers, then that's all you really need, right? Like maybe they get countered by cavalry or something, like night charges, I don't know. But I feel like anything that gets close to them, they're just gonna delete, right? Good that we got rid of that Word of the Dragon player, because I feel like really, really powerful individual units are probably really strong against Grenadiers, whereas mass units are always going to lose out, right? Now we see that these Rival Kings come forward, but I mean, those things have a really short range, fortunately, so I just back up and I try to target fire them, get rid of them. Now we can see that Teal's probably on his way out, right? Meanwhile, let's see, did Yellow get this kill? Let's go check out. I missed something here. Yellow did get this kill on the player in the middle here, on the blue player, I believe. There we go. So I popped this player. So now I've got 300 supply. Perfect. Let's see, looks like orange. Okay, I did get I think I got an extra kill here. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know this happened, and but I did see this population, and so I was like, oh, somebody fed me their king. I didn't see who did it, but yeah. So now I got somehow just miraculously got 350 supply, right? So I'm like, okay, I just need to sit back, max out, and just kill these players, right? I do the king check, and I see pink is the next obvious target for me. You probably agree, looking at this mass selection. However, what I decided was there was still one really good player left in this match, so instead of focusing on pink up here, which would definitely be an easy kill. You know, I probably could have just done that because of my, you know, my huge army supply here. Green, I don't think has any kills yet. Yeah, yellow has one, and then pink doesn't have any. Right, yeah. I probably could have just rolled over pink, but I decided green was a bigger threat. Unfortunately for me, yellow's also attacking green. It looks like it's gonna work out pretty well, right? Like, yellow's kind of worse, even though green is probably gonna, in a 1v1, I think, even up 50 supply, I think green will probably do pretty well holding against yellow. Here looks like it's gonna clean up yellow. Oh, maybe not. Here. Green was. I wonder how he held this. He's just reinforcing really well. Yeah, he's got his army coming in here. He's gonna clean up yellow's army. I don't know why they weren't focused on me, because I have 3 kills at this point of the game. It's so strange that these players are still trying to, you know, bang their head against each other. I guess yellow's kind of a tight spot. He's stuck between pink and green. So it just kind of makes sense. But I feel like normally I'd be getting called out in the chat at this point, like, hey, red's got 3 kills, guys. Let's go kill red. Everyone versus red. And luckily that didn't happen just yet. So the push through here. Pink, I don't know what pink is doing. He's just sitting on his, twiddling his thumbs in his bait. Oh, I guess he's attacking yellow. Okay, here we go. That's what happened. So I had this really fortunate situation where yellow and green just traded. Pink attacked yellow. Unsuccess. Had to retreat, and then I come in. And green does have a decent army here. You know, he's doing pretty well, all things considered. But just, you know, I just got such a larger armor supply, right? Like, he's got about 100 actually. He was smart enough to sack some kills, but you know, look at my army, it's double that, right? So here we go. He tries to push up. I think I didn't realize yet that you can switch. I didn't realize about the landmark where you, because I've actually never played, you know, played games used Chi before. I think this is my first game. That you can switch. I should have switched to the range here. I had the movement speed on this whole time. I figured it out later when I'm fighting some other players, but I didn't know there was the range upgrade, or the range. There's this basically, if you guys don't know, this is landmark up here. You can have your infantry units move 10% faster. But the one that you usually want with, like, you know, mass bombard grenadier would be this one, right? Like gunpowder units have +1 range. Structures have +1 range, so that's really powerful. You have a cavalry upgrade. Divine vitality to heal units, which I found out later. But what I ended up getting from my upgrades here, I can find my library, is this is the it's the Zhuganoo upgrade, because I already had a lot of Zhuganoos. I just decided to upgrade that, and then I also got the bombard splash damage, forsaking the you know, some of the cavalry type upgrades that you would get in some games. I have done that before with. I have played with the Yuan Raiders, I think, and the Imperial Guards. The Imperial Guards just they are strong, but they're so gold heavy. I feel like if I have any cavalry, can we come on that? Here they are, Imperial Guards. So they cost 140 gold. So I have won games with them before, but I just never liked how it felt, because I always was like out of money completely. I had to switch into some other weak unit because, or you know, used up all my gold just on the friggin' cavalry because they're way too expensive. So pink has decided to try to snipe me or run by and harass my economy, but you know, look how many. I have 131 grenadiers just right here. He's just on the run. I can easily replenish this, right? Like, I've got 4 in supply now. I took out that top 20, the top 30 player down there, and yeah, we're looking pretty strong now. I think that was probably the best bet, even though yes, I probably could have just run over pink earlier. I feel like, I mean, another situation where yellow doesn't attack him, green could have probably come up and tried to snipe me while I was in pink's base. If he, you know, I'm sure he's a really clever player with his rank. He's a conqueror player, no doubt, you know, so we would have probably tried to capitalize on that. So I'm glad we took him out first. And now I think finally pink and yellow have realized probably, well, maybe yellow's geared up to attack pink. I don't know. You would have thought by now they would realize, like, hey, wait a minute, this guy's 400 supply. But they must have noticed at least 2 or 3 of those kills, right? Like, So you would think they would start to figure this out by now, but and we've got 135 Grenadiers, so let's I kind of want to watch. This is funny what happens, I think, is yellow comes in. Yeah, okay, so he is attacking pink. I thought he was coming to help pink. But it just happened that he was in his base already. We fight, I think. Oh, wait, he just deleted his whole army? What? Why? Oh, was that an accident? I didn't know that happened. That's so weird. Why did you delete this army? What on earth, man? What are you doing, bro? Oh my gosh. That's so weird. Okay. Anyways. Well, thank you, Pink, for deleting your army and making this fight easier. So meanwhile, yellow hits me on this side with what he's got, and then Pink comes down with what little he has remaining. And yeah, they try to sandwich, but as you can see, you know, they've got 125 Grenadiers, much as Bombards and Springolds. Easy cleanup. But yeah, this is dope. Grenadier is really strong unit. I guess maybe not as strong as I thought. I fought both their armies back, so I didn't know Pink deleted half his army on that side there for some unknown reason. Did. I think he was running his king, but even if, you know, this king gets away, I have no really way to chase, right? I mean, I could put these guys in run mode, try to right click him, but you know, at this point I don't really care, right? Like, I have 400 supply. Go ahead and feed. I mean, I guess I didn't, maybe I didn't know that yellow already had a kill. But yellow does smartly to fight my army, try to keep me out of pink space. But as you can see, especially pink does run his king down in yellow. But you know, I don't think I really mind. Just make the battle a little more even. Give this guy a little bit of help. He's gonna need it. And Grenadier is so powerful. I wish they had unit better in this game. And I mean, like, if he gets the kill, yellow gets 300. Not like the veterancy upgrades, but I'm talking about like in StarCraft 2. Like if your units have like certain number of kills, you can track how many kills that individual unit has. And they basically get like they get promoted in like the military rank system or whatever. You can see like how many kills they have. You can't in this game, and it would be funny to see how many kills some of these bombards or maybe even grenadiers individually have if they survive long enough. We see yellow running his cavalry by, trying to do a little run by. I did recently grab a relic from somebody, so I took advantage of that to push him back. And you know, I'm starting to add some spears because I know he's going mass horsemen, something to soak up, you know, the front damage while my grenadiers and bombards blast from the back. And as you can see, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that I've won this game. You guys got 141 supply, 20 military. But he does try to cleverly do some run-bys here to harass me, but I mean, like, what do I care at this point? Like, you know, if I lose some, I realized, like, I tried to surround that knight, or that lead Mount Samurai with my peasants and kill him, but then I realized, oh wait, yeah, it's elite. He's probably got upgrades and everything, and I had to build the cannon, hand cannon emplacement to take him down. He's clever enough to, you know, try to keep flanking me and get around my army, but you know, at this point, that's not gonna. I don't care. You know, look at how much money I have, dude. Like Zushi is so powerful, man. Like I've got this stupid expensive army, but I'm still banking so much resources just because of the. I think it's because of the Imperials, and the Imperial tax collectors, and this really powerful you know, meditation gardens I've had all game. We're just coming in here and dominating. So he's trying to harass. You know, he's sending the units around. I'm just rallying some reinforcements back, and my main army just pushing into his base. Take this win, and this was probably actually not probably, but actually, I think my best win in terms of like opponents with the highest ranks that I've ever faced. Usually when, you know, you have games with players who are like really high rated, you don't usually have much of a shot. But you know, the RNG was in our favor. They fought each other. They recognized that each other was the greatest threat, and we were able to capitalize on that situation. Get them waste each other's resources, and then come in clean up with a really, I would even say, overpowered civilization. I believe I've noticed that Zusi's Legacy has the highest free-for-all win rate. I believe it's number 2. I think Abbasid has the highest free-for-all win rate. and Zushi is number 2. I've always wondered what's so special. I have seen some games where Zushi's done really well, but in this particular case, I felt like, yeah, if you can get a really solid early game without getting attacked, maybe you're really weak early on, you don't have the access to like the landmark that Chinese has, the with the cannon on it. I forget the name of it, but you don't have those defensive landmarks. You have to you start off a little slower with the dynasties, but if you get your eco going in that second dynasty there, there's a button you can press here if you're curious about what things are called or how the tech works. You can learn about the civs. So I want to see what does Chinese have access to. You can check right here. They have the well, the red. That's why. They have the Barbican in the sun, but Juicy doesn't have that. They have a very powerful eco landmark instead. That Barbican. The meditation gardens, and then you get to Song Dynasty, you really go crazy with your eco. So it's kind of like like a phase thing. Your first phase is get the meditation gardens as quickly as possible. Then you want to get into Song Dynasty, so you can get your villages, your granaries, all that stuff going up. Sorry, for your villages and granaries, you want to get extra TCs, right? You want to get 1 or 2 extra TCs, 2 to 3 TCs total, and then you want to get after you get both of these. So you have to invest a lot, right? You have to get like 800, 400 invested here. You have to get your extra TCs, and then you have to get like granary transition and villages for your supply up. But then once you get there, if you get to that point without getting attacked, fingers crossed, because if you get attacked, you're just probably dead, right? You could try to get maybe some archery, maybe some early Zuganus to defend or whatever, if you think that's going to happen. But if you can get there, like, man, it seems so powerful. You could open Palace Guards there, probably a little stronger of an opener too, rather than the Zuganu that I masked in Age 3. I think if you open Zuganu, yeah, that might be a better idea, like in Feudal Age rather than Castle. But yeah, just so powerful. Like, really, what you do is ideally, which I didn't quite do perfectly, was you get all this eco going, right, and then before you even produce a lot of units, you would transition into the Yuan Dynasty, maybe even before Imperial, and you would start pumping mass units and attacking. And you have a discount here, and then once you're maxed out or so, you got your Imperial Age, you're maxed out. Then of course the Ming Dynasty is the one, right? Like once you're done producing, or I mean, you could stay in Yuan, I think, if you wanted to be cost effective, but really, like if you have mass Grenadiers like I did, that 15% extra damage, so powerful. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and hopefully we'll be pulling out some more games here. I'm just back from my month-long vacation, and we're going to be pumping a bunch more free-for-alls in the near future, so I'm sure I'll have some more content pretty soon.